Crime scene cleanup specialists creating AI spokespeople, concrete mold businesses, and 5 other little-known and very profitable small businesses today on Franchise City. Now, even if your small business fails, you win with tax deductions, hundreds or even thousands of dollars back in your pocket. So you really should make this happen. Now, we have 8 very unique small business ideas today. No POD or drop shipping here. Some are online, some are not. Businesses for extroverts or introverts. And whether you have no money or some money, we've got something here today for everyone. So if I was starting out all over again, I would be getting into AI, artificial intelligence. There are massive business opportunities even now. We'll talk about those in a minute, but in the future, anyone who got started now in the beginning could really dominate the market. Now, I could make an entire video, but we're just going to cover a few here. And number 1 is making music videos for musicians. And literally all you're doing is putting in a prompt, right? Clicking the button and AI does the rest. Here's an example of what AI did. I just put in a basic prompt of a girl playing a handpan, and in a few seconds I have this. Now string together a few of these to match the lyrics of the song, and you have a very cool, super professional looking music video. Now, most people don't know how to use AI today. Still, the market is going to reduce, obviously, as more and more people get into it, but right now people are making money. You just put in the prompt, the AI does the rest, and many independent artists would pay good money for a music video that matches their song. And you take a look at some of the providers. This one is charging $400 for making a video, has 288 reviews. It probably takes them an hour or 2 to make these videos. Now, if you don't want to learn Midjourney, you can actually use a tool like Kyber. That's the one that I use. You're just putting in the prompt and the AI spits out super cool video footage like these ones. You can also take existing footage that you filmed yourself. Here I took one of me playing the guitar, and I turned myself into a futuristic cyberpunk playing the guitar. And if you want to be anonymous on YouTube doing anything, this is a great option for doing that as well. You can also use AI to create influencers for social media. Many people are making money doing this right now. Now, for fun, I turned myself into AI, and one of the videos here is the result. Now, that was a few months ago. Today, you can make them look hyper realistic. Other opportunities in AI, if you know the prompts, you can help businesses with marketing or social media. It's just a matter of picking a single niche in AI and becoming an expert. And again, you are literally on the ground floor of this industry. And they're going to need AI specialists in movies, music, consulting, marketing. We'll look at AI more in a future video. Next up, we've got a non-internet business. That is crime scene cleanup. And this industry makes very serious money, and very few people know about this niche. Now, if you're not squeamish, some established operators in this industry are earning millions of dollars a year. Reddit, some of the forums on there, you see owners that are generating $170,000 a month. You can start this business from a bedroom. Basically, you're providing your services to homeowners and commercial clients who need a very specific type of cleanup. Now, we can't get into details because YouTube won't like it, but crime scene cleanups are paid a premium due to their expertise, sometimes thousands of dollars for a single room. Now, some operators also clean places like hoarder houses or recreational pharmaceutical manufacturing houses. Again, I don't want to say these words, but you understand what I'm saying. Many states, you do not even need a special license. But if you want to be taken seriously, you should get some sort of training and a license from places like Hazmat School. That's only $120 to take that course. Now, there's a lot of footwork involved in this business, getting jobs, making contacts, speaking with the police and industry people. So it's not a great gig for the introvert, but if you aren't squeamish and you don't mind doing some networking, that can be a good business. Next up is concrete art maker, and you're literally transforming sand, stones, and cement that costs pennies into money. And we did a full video on this business years ago. I'll place the link up above and at the end. But basically, you're buying concrete molds, and there are many of these molds from bird baths, Buddha statues, angels, benches, and more. You buy the mold once, and you can make dozens of pieces from it until it basically falls apart. Molds, they're very cheap. You fill them with sand, gravel, and Portland or quick mix. Let it sit overnight, and voila, you have a finished concrete product people will buy from you. And you can sell these on free Craigslist ads, at flea markets, social media, all over the place. Now, we still have many of our smaller molds in use today for ourselves. This is my yard. We made our own bird bath, sitting benches, Buddha heads. This mushroom was just from leftover cement we put together. Tons of stuff that you can do, and it's handy even for your own lawn as well if you don't decide to sell them. Now, you can find molds locally or online through sites like Alibaba and Rubber Mold Man here on YouTube, also a great resource for this business. Next up is growing microgreens. This is a very interesting business, but you really need to be in the right area for it to work. So microgreens are basically plants like arugula, beets, kale, broccoli that are harvested when they are very young, just a couple of inches high, and they have amazing nutrient content. And because they're harvested at such a small size, you can grow them in trays in any small room in your house or apartment. Now, if you live in a trendy area in a bigger city, there's probably already an existing market for microgreens, and you can sell to restaurants, farmers markets, or direct. A lot of people online, if you look around, who are doing this as a business. Now, before you begin, check your state rules. Some states do require special licensing if you are selling food products. And if you like the microgreens idea, there's a bunch of people like Donnie Greens here on YouTube that have tons of great information. Now, just remember, the growing part people think is cool. Oh, you're just growing plants and that's all there is to it. The selling part, however, you got to keep in mind that's something people don't think about often. You have to get out there. You have to sell these things. You're going to be rejected many times. Running any business is hard. This one is no different. So if you don't want that type of social interaction, let's look at some more introverted type gigs. Next up is doing voiceovers. Now, I actually tested this business personally because we did a video way back and people said you couldn't make money doing it. So I built a little studio in my basement and for 1 month sold my services as a voiceover expert. My voice is actually out there on a Microsoft training video somewhere. Now, you can make a fairly decent income right out of the gate if you set things up correctly. Now, you need almost no equipment, a good microphone, maybe a DAW, and editing software you can find when you get started for free, something like Audacity. Now, if you have a relatively good voice, you can sell your services on Freelancer, Fiverr, and even do narration for audiobooks. And this is a big market. Narration typically pays between $25 to $55 an hour, which isn't bad money for sitting at home in your pajamas. Now, this is a great introvert gig. Most transactions are going to be email only. And if you make a good name for yourself in voiceovers, you can get paid potentially hundreds of dollars an hour. And there is an immediate market for this service. And similar to voiceovers is being a video spokesperson for companies. And if you don't feel confident yourself presenting, you can actually use AI. A lot of people are doing that right now. So if you're doing it yourself, all you need is a good video camera. Many of the phones today actually have good capabilities for videos and a decent microphone, and you can do these spokesperson gigs for money. Many sellers on Fiverr, they're charging $100 plus for just a few minutes of video. What's also interesting, AI now is so good, some of these gigs are offering completely AI-based spokespeople. So you could just set up your AI, you give it the script that was sent by the customer, you don't even have to type it out, and everything is done. Now, the pay is not as high for AI, but you could potentially do several of these every single hour. You can also AI render your own face on video. Here's a couple of samples that I did for myself where I morphed myself into an alternative avatar. You can either use Midjourney or a plug-and-play solution like I say I'm using Kyber. Now, if you do have some money, you don't want to go through the hassle of starting up a business from scratch, you can actually buy an already operational business online at websites like Flippa, for example. And there's hundreds of listings on the website ranging from $200 to $2 million. You can buy a fashion store like Maglum asking $16.5. That's got $29.5 in net annually. You can buy YouTube channels. Some of them are up to $1.5 million for sale. And you know what? You can buy this channel for $1.5 million. There's dating channels for just over $6,000. There's 225,000 subscribers lifestyle channels. It's only $1,400 for a YouTube channel. Hundreds of businesses that are already operating. You just step in and take over. Now, be aware you're going to be paying a premium in most cases, as the sellers have done all of the heavy lifting. Now, there's a link for Flippa if you'd like to support the channel in the description box. Otherwise, you can just go to flippa.com. There are some great businesses in there. Just be cautious that you know and you understand what you're getting into, because there's a lot of garbage out there as well. And the biggest mistake people make isn't choosing the wrong business. It's never getting started at all. Any of these businesses can make money, and it does take work. It doesn't matter what you do. It took me 10 years of really horrible business ideas, including starting a company called Tesla, a perfume company in 1983. True story, before I made a penny. I tried starting a hypnosis company. All sorts of things. Maybe I'll make a video someday of all of my failures. A little embarrassing, but it's true. There are many of those. Really, stop looking for that perfect, easy business. It doesn't exist. Just commit to something and work at it every day. In a year, you might actually be surprised at what you have built. Thank you for watching.